I'm going to have you take this worksheet out. It says mindful moments for kids. Let's make mindfulness fun. Living in the moment. So here's some ideas of things you can do. Some of them involve getting outside and moving around. Some of them are sitting quietly and paying attention to what's going on. You don't always have to be doing something to be learning. Sometimes you can just be still and be calm. So the first one says just 1 minute. If you have a timer on your phone, or if you have a timer in the kitchen for cooking, see if you can borrow that from a parent or an adult. Set the timer for 1 minute and just pay attention. Now, this will work really well if you're outside, but even if you're inside, you could do it. You saw earlier in one of my videos that Oreo just walked right through, and Athena likes to come and see what I'm doing. We have a fish tank in our house that sometimes I sit and watch that and listen to the music as I'm sitting on the couch and relaxing. So this is something you could do. Think about for 1 minute, what can you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? What can you touch? And concentrate and focus only on what's happening right in that moment. Sometimes we let ourselves think of too many things, so calming your mind is a really great thing you can do. The second activity on this sheet is called Spidey Senses. So once you have done the 1 minute paying attention to what's around you, then you can enter into your spidey state where for 2 minutes you move. So you're not sitting still, you move around the room with heightened spidey superpowers. Now, this might feel kind of silly in the beginning, but it's a really good activity, especially if you can get outside and do it outside, practicing safe social distancing while you're doing it. In this state, you will pay close attention again to what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, and even taste. Now, you know to be careful and don't eat things outside when you don't know what they are or whose yard it's in. Some people use pesticides or fertilizers that you need to not be eating those things. So sometimes just as you're smelling things, you can taste it in your mouth without actually eating anything. But if you know that you have something safe to eat, like we have peppermint, I know where it is, I know there's nothing sprayed on it, I know that it's safe, bring it inside, wash it off, and I could eat some of my peppermint. So if you have something safe to eat, check with an adult first. When you're outside, can you hear a lawnmower? Can you hear any birds? Do you know what kind of birds? You can look that up. There's a lot of different apps that will tell you which birds make which kind of noises. We have a lot of robins and cardinals and wrens and sparrows and crows. Sometimes we have vultures circling around. So you could look up different kinds of birds. Maybe there's cars going by. Pay attention to the different kinds of cars. If you're inside, can you see your TV? Can you see out the window? What's on your table in your kitchen or in your office? Are you touching the carpet? Are you sitting on the floor? Can you touch the water faucet or the front door? Um, and then the third one that you can try is focus flower. So if you have a flower, or I would say a leaf would work or a branch would work, it doesn't have to be a flower. But something that scientists do is they observe. So they'll spend a lot of time just looking at something without making any judgments, without making a hypothesis, just studying it with their eyes, looking as closely as they possibly can. You could do it with rocks, pine cones. Pretend you're looking at it for the first time. Pretend this is the first time you've ever seen a rock. What color is your rock? It's not just gray. What color? It has different shades to it. Does it have speckles on it? Does it have stripes? Does it look like it was made with different materials? Sometimes our rocks have chunks of concrete from when they were building the houses. They would dig holes in the backyard and just bury their garbage from building the houses in the backyard. So sometimes When I'm digging in the garden, I'll find an old nail or a rock or something that I know was man-made. It wasn't just there in the ground, it got left there. Look at all the intricate details. Look at the petals if you're looking at a flower. Look at the lines if you're looking at a stick or a pine cone. And look at the variation of colors. Nothing is just one color. That's why a lot of times really good artists know to use different colors and shade them together because the colors blend. Um, and then if you're looking at something outside or you're listening to a dog bark, the dog barking doesn't smell, but while you're out there looking at it, does it have a smell to it? What does it feel like? And you can write these ideas down. This could be a journal topic that you do one day on a Friday when you don't know what to write. You could do this as a free write. You could just focus for 1 minute and then write everything you noticed with your five senses. You could do the spidey senses where you move all around outside and then you get a piece of paper and a good solid thing that you can write on while you're outside and you can write your ideas down. And if you're observing something for 2 minutes, then after that you could write. So it's just another idea if you need help thinking of ideas of what to write on a Friday or anytime. Make sure that you email me or text me your journals that you do because I love to see your writing, and I would really appreciate seeing what you've done. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you enjoy getting outside and being around nature. Okay, talk to you later.